Hello everyone, it's Miss Marianne back from PLC Homeschool on YouTube. I'm here to help you figure out or help homeschool teachers or homeschool actual parents or guardians, whoever's working with their homeschoolers, how to use Classkick. Now it is a free program, it's classkick.com, and when you click on at classkick.com you go ahead and click on login and you're going to log in as a teacher. Now, students do not have to have an account. I'm going to show you the trick on not making your students have an account because a lot of parents don't want students to be online or do want them going to websites. So students do not need an account. Remember that. So you're going to click on teacher. And once you click on teacher, then you're going to log in. And once you log in, they're going to ask you for your email. So remember, you can sign up. It's free, but you can only do so many worksheets for the free account. There's also something called Pro. And when you sign up for Pro, it's unlimited. So I have Pro. This is kind of what it looks like. It says, hello, Miss A, Pro Teacher. I have my assignments on the side here. These are all the assignments I've created for some of my students. Now I'll show you how to create an assignment on this. You're going to click on the green arrow here. You're going to go to New Blank Assignment, Create from File, or Browse Assignment Library. You have all of these, or you can create a folder where you just have all your 5th grade ELA, your 5th grade math, 5th grade spelling, all of that, or whatever grade level you're teaching for homeschoolers. Now this works for teachers too, of course, but I do focus on homeschoolers because sometimes there's not a lot of videos out there on how homeschool parents and teachers of homeschoolers or teachers who take 4 homeschoolers at a time and work with them, they can use Classkick too. So I'm going to choose blank assignment. So when you choose blank assignment, it's going to look something like this. Let me show you one of my blank assignments here. So once you pick one, you're going to go to blank assignment. You're going to have a blank assignment there. Let me just show you here. So here we go. Blank assignment. This is what it looks like. It has on the top, edit, assign, and view work. I'll review those in a second. Your new assignment can be something titled verbs, whatever you want to title it. It's up to you. You might want to put a description down here like lesson, whatever lesson they're working on. Lesson 12.4, whatever it is. So you can decide all of that. Also, there's 3 pages you start off with. I'm not going to use the 3 pages, so you're going to click on the 3 dots on the 3rd page and delete it because students will ask, why is there 3 pages? What do we do on the 2nd page? So make sure you delete them. Just a trick. So now I go on to click on my slide here, and you can put anything here you want to put. So let's start with the typing here. I'm going to put name. The student can write their name, the date. I don't know, whatever else you want to put. I like to put it in red all the time. Because students will ask when is it due, so you might want to put something like when is it due. I always put for when's it due by 4 p.m. Oops, not money, by 4 p.m. on, I don't know, we're on 1, 21, 22, something like that. And then you can just move these around too, which is kind of cool. So you can put it wherever you want it. You can put name, date, wherever you want it. And then you create your assignment. You can actually copy and paste something on here if you want to. You can type up your own assignment, however you want to do it. And once you're done with your assignment, you're going to click on the arrow up here. Let's go to assign. I have a rosters already assigned, so I'll teach you a roster assignment in the next video, and I'll teach you also the view work. So it's a lot here. I want to get this video within 10 minutes here. So assign. Now assign a roster. You're going to click on there, and I have a lot of different rosters here. I'm going to click. Let's do a 5th grade Kava new roster. There it is. So this is what it looks like when it's assigned. There's the student code. I'll talk about the student code in 1 second. So that class code is very important for you, for teachers or homeschoolers. What's also important is up here it says lock. So at 4 o'clock p.m. I go about 4:30 and I lock my assignment for the day so they don't have a chance to do it. They have to learn time management. So if it needs to be done by 4, lock your assignment, then it's not done. And what I like to do is put incomplete or things like that, send them a reminder email, and then you can unlock it if you want them to go back and work on it. Okay, so I like to lock my assignments. So now I assigned it. Now I'm going to view work. And this is where you view work. So I have all my students here. These are all my students that I always use. Now, one thing that's very important is let's go back. So this is viewing work. So I'm going to view Andrew's work. You just click on Andrew's work, and you can see everything Andrew did here. Now, if you're in the classroom and you assign this, you can be on here with Andrew and you can be using your tools to guide him or help him too. So it's very neat. The teachers can be on it when the students are on it, okay? Unless you give it as a homework assignment, that's different. Usually I give it at the end of my ELA classes. About 15 minutes before we end class, I'll give them a class kick. And that way they can prove to me that they understood the actual concept that I taught during my lesson for ELA. So it's very neat. So now we're going to click the arrow. Let's go back to my home page here. Now, rosters. You're going to click on rosters. You're going to create your own roster. You go over to the green arrow. New roster, you can import it from Google, however you're going to do it. You name your roster. You add your students. Always click basic. You don't do portfolio. Click basic. You're going to put your students' first names here. Brian, let's just say Samantha, Veronica. So these are students that are on your roster. And the only way students can access their Classkick is if they use these names that you put on the roster. So Brian has to enter Brian. Samantha has to enter Samantha. Veronica has to enter Veronica. Okay, so then you add them all to your roster and they're there. Now, one thing that one of my students was doing, I'm not sure who, but one of them was playing a little game on Miss Marianne, and I'll show you how to stop that. So I'm going to rosters again, my 5th grade roster. There it is. These are all how I put my students' names in. That's how they should be putting their names in on the roster too, okay? Now, one thing that's important for the roster is lock options. You're going to go to lock options and make sure to lock your roster. If you don't lock your roster, any student can log in, and I was getting a student logging in and putting a funny name like Rockstar or something like that. So you want to lock your rosters all the time. Don't forget that, lock your rosters. Okay, so let's go back to my home page here, assignments. I'm going to show you an assignment that I actually did from one of their actual K-12 lessons, which is kind of cool. Which one was it? Here we go. I actually copy and pasted just their lesson right here. That's it. There it is. Very easy. The kids go ahead and log on. They type up their chapter summaries for Wrinkle in Time, chapters 1 through 3. And then I'm going to view their work. And it's very cool. I'll go to Carmela. Carmela did her work. There it is. I can put comments on it. I can make corrections on it. I can use my typing tab here to put great work. Oops. Great work. You have to pick a color. Or if they have corrections, see corrections below. Or make corrections below, whatever you're going to do. So then it's good. You can make comments right on the paper and the student can see it right there. Okay, so that's how we do that for comments. Now, there's a lot of other features of Classkick. I just want to give you a startup one. Now, what's really important here is I'm going to log out of Classkick because I really want you guys to know these are all of my assignments. You can actually save assignments, by the way. Let's go to, where was that at? Let's go to Informative Essay. You're going to go to View Work. And right here up in the green corner, these are all my students. Most of them did their work here. You're going to click on the green dots up here, and then you're going to click Export Student Work to PDF. You can pick any student work that you want to export to a PDF and save on your computer for work samples, whatever you want to save it for, or export all of them if you want to. It's up to you. So it's very cool too. And then you can go delete your Classkick so you have more room, or leave it on. I leave it on for a while until report cards come out. So that was also a neat feature that I liked. I'm going to sign out, and I want to show you now exactly how to have your students log on. How to get your students to log on to Classkick correctly without signing up for an account. And I've heard all the excuses. Miss Marianne, it's not working. Miss Marianne, I need to make an account. No, you don't. And yes, it is working. So if they put in this exact, right here, they put in this exact link up there in their search, Google search, or whatever browser they're using, use this https://app.classkick.com. It must be the app.classkick.com. And what I like to do is I'll paste, if you're an online remote teacher, what I do is I paste it in the chat. If you're using Zoom or Google Classroom or Neuro, whatever you're using, I paste this in the chat. And they can click on it exactly from the chat, and it'll take them to the exact page they need to be on. Because they'll say, I can't find it and all of that. So I like to click it. I like to have it in the chat, and they can just click on it. So this is the actual site they need to go to. This site can be used on iPads. It can be used straight from the phone to complete their work. It can be used on regular computers. So that's why I like this. And they don't have to have an account. They do not have to log on to Classkick. They just put in the code. Let me give you an example. I'm going to show you right here what it looks like when they get there. Remember, it has to be the app Classkick. So I hope you copied that down for your students. So there it is. And when it does the app Classkick, they should see class code. And then they're going to put in the class code that you give them. I don't know if I showed you the class code. I'll go back and show you in a second. So whatever your class code is, once you assign them an assignment, it'll give you a class code that you give your students. And then they'll have to put in their name the way you put in their name in there. So my name is Marianne in this one. And they're going to continue. And then they'll see their work. So this is just a sample one. There's the work. This is what me as a student, Marianne, has to complete. So I'm going to click on my T, type my name. So this is the actual student working, and they go in, they can use the pen if they want to use the pen to do whatever they're going to be doing here. They're doing nice, they're doing rhyming words, so nice, and then what rhymes with nice? Where are we at here? What rhymes with nice? Right, oh, write a rhyming word, so nice, and I can just write mice. Students can use the pen, or students can use the typing, depending how some students type, write really, really big, so I always suggest them to click on the T and just type right here. It's a lot easier, and they can also move it. There we go. Okay, so that's kind of a sample one. So remember, you have to give them the class code, and they have to go to the Classkick .app. It's right here again. I'll give it to you one more time. app.classkick.com, and it can be used with iPads, anything, phone, anything of that sort. So I hope this helps everyone out. Remember, it's a free website. It's classkick.com. You can go pro if you want to. I think it's like $7 a month, and my school district actually reimburses me for it. I'm not sure if yours will, but as a homeschooler, you can use pro. And if you have more than, let's say, 4 students, you might want to go pro. If you have only 4 students and you're working with a small group, or you're working with your own student at home, then you don't need to go pro. You can just use their free sign up one that they have. That works for you too. Okay, I hope this helps. Now remember, without pro, you can't download their work. So I'm just going to give you that clue right now. So I hope this helps. Have your students log on with this one, please, because I get a lot of students say, I can't do it. I can't get on, Miss Marianne. Miss Marianne's not working. I've heard all the excuses, but this does work. So if they do it correctly, you can put this in their chat. They click on it, put their name, and their name has to be on the roster. So if they put Rockstar, it'll tell them name on, not on roster. So they need to put their first name, or however you put their name on the roster is how they can log on. I hope this helps everybody, and enjoy using Classkick. If you have any questions, put them below. Thank you so much.